to chemistry class. It is the part 6 of this periodic table chapter. So in last class I explained about periodic trend of atomic radius and ionic radius. So atomic radius and ionic radius topic completed in last class. It is the first periodic property. In today's class, I am going to explain about ionization potential. Ionization potential, or it is also called ionization energy. Ionization potential or ionization energy. So trends in ionization enthalpy. You will see. First of all, what is meant by ionization enthalpy or ionization energy? What is meant by ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy or energy. So it is energy. Ionization energy means the amount of energy required to completely remove an electron from a gaseous atom. The amount of energy required to completely remove an electron from a gaseous atom is called ionization enthalpy. Removing one electron makes atom a unipositive ion. Unipositive ion. 1 plus ion means unipositive ion. If you remove an electron, suppose you take sodium atom, after removal of one electron, it will become Na plus. The energy required to remove only the first electron is called first ionization energy, IE1 or IP1. The amount of energy required to remove only the first electron. So means you take A, which is in gaseous state, you remove one electron from A, then it will become A plus G. For this removal, some energy is required, that is called first ionization energy. The energy required to remove only the first electron is called first ionization energy. Once again you will see, your atom is X. This atom should be in gaseous state. So in K cell, 2 electrons are there, 2 electrons. In L cell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are there. In M cell, 1 electron is there, 1 electron. So that means this atom is sodium, its atomic number is 11, 2, 8, 1. 1 electron is present in M cell. So to remove this electron, the energy is required, some energy is required. To remove this electron, some energy is required. This energy is called IE1, first ionization enthalpy. You can write like this, Na is in gaseous state, it needs IE1. After the removal of this, it becomes Na plus G plus electron. So it is about ionization enthalpy, ionization energy. Its units are electron volt per atom or kilocalories per mole or kilojoules per mole. What are the units of ionization enthalpy? Electron volt per atom, kilocalories per mole or kilojoules per mole. So what about second ionization enthalpy? After removal of one electron, then A becomes A plus To remove one more electron from A plus, some energy is required, then it will gives A plus 2 plus electron. So this energy is called IE2, second ionization enthalpy. Second ionization enthalpy. Already by the loss of one electron, it becomes A plus unipositive ion. What is A plus? Unipositive ion. From unipositive ion you are removing electron, means you are removing second electron. The second ionization energy is the energy required to remove the second electron, always greater than first ionization enthalpy. IP2 is always greater than IP1. IP2 is always greater than IP1. Now, third ionization enthalpy. Third ionization enthalpy is the energy required to remove third electron. Already A plus 2 formed here. A plus 2, which state? Gaseous state. To remove one more electron, A plus 3 plus electron, the energy required is called IE3. The energy required to remove one more electron from A plus 2, that means you are removing third electron, third IP. It is greater than first and second IP. IP3 is greater than IP2, which is greater than IP1. For an element, how many IPs are possible? Theoretically, for example, carbon can have 6 ionization potentials because its atomic number. Now you can see in hydrogen only one electron, only first ionization enthalpy is possible because its atomic number is only 1. In case of helium, its atomic number is 2. Both IP1 and IP2 are possible. IP1 value is 2731, whereas IP2 value is 5247. You can see here I2 is greater than I1. Second IP is greater than first IP. In case of lithium, 3 possible. You can compare these values 520, 7297, 118. So I3 is greater than I2, it is greater than I1. It is possible in all the elements. Among all these elements, helium, first, the element with first IP, highest IP value. Element with highest ionization potential value is helium. You can see values. Second IP value is highest for this. In this table you can see 7297. Second IP value is highest for lithium. Third IP value is highest for beryllium. Among all second IP values, this is highest. Among all third IP values, this beryllium is highest. Why? What may be the reason for this? Because by the removal of one electron, it will get lithium, it will become Li plus. Li plus configuration is similar to helium. To remove an electron from helium is very difficult because it has inert gas configuration. Similarly, after removal of this, it becomes Be plus. After remove second electron, it becomes Be2 plus. Be2 plus has the configuration of helium. So, helium configuration and Li plus configuration and Be 2 plus configuration are same. They have 1s2 configuration, stable. So that's why their IP values are more. So now factors affecting ionization potential. So IP ionization potential depends on what factors? There are 5 factors. One is atomic size. IP depends on ionization potential depends on first factor, atomic size. Size is inversely proportional to ionization potential. That means large size, here you can take 2 atoms, small atom, large atom. Atom is large, it is easy to remove electron. Small atom, it is difficult to remove electron because in small atom nuclear attraction is more. In large atom nuclear attraction is less. So size is inversely proportional to ionization potential. Nuclear charge is directly proportional to ionization potential because nuclear charge more means nuclear attraction is more. Nuclear charge is more means nuclear attraction is more. To overcome these attractions, more energy is required, hence IP value is more. Next, screening effect is more, then it is easy to remove electron. Penetrating power is directly proportional to IP, screening power is inversely proportional. So second factor is nuclear charge, screening effect, extent of penetration, electronic configuration. You will see factor that influencing ionization potential is atomic radius. As atomic radius increases, ionization potential decreases. You know, in a group from top to bottom atomic size increase. That means the distance between nucleus to valence electron, the distance between nucleus to valence electron decrease. In this atom distance is less. That means nuclear attraction over valency electron is less. The nuclear attraction over valence electron is less. That means to remove this electron, less energy is needed, less energy is required. That means ionization potential energy is less. Small atom, more IP value. Large atom, less IP value. That means atomic radius is inversely proportional to ionization potential. Next one is nuclear charge. As nuclear charge increases, nuclear attraction increases. As nuclear charge increases, nuclear attraction over valence electron increases. Hence, more energy is required to remove the electron, is required to remove the valency electron. That means, hence, IP value increases. Nuclear charge is directly proportional to ionization potential. That means nuclear charge is directly proportional to nuclear attraction. Nuclear attraction is more means it needs more energy. If nuclear charge is less, nuclear attraction is less, IP value is less. Screening effect. In multi-electron atoms, it is nucleus, it is valence electron, nucleus, valence electron. In between nucleus and valence electron, some other electrons also may be there. These electrons are called core electrons. Core electrons. Inner electrons. Core electrons are inner electrons. In multi-electron atoms, the core electrons reduces the nuclear attraction, over the valency electron. This is called screening effect or shielding effect. This is called screening effect or shielding effect. What is screening effect? In multi-electron atoms, the core electrons reduces the nuclear attraction over the valence electron. This is called screening effect. As screening effect increases, then nuclear attraction over valence electron here screens more, then nuclear attraction will become less. That means IP value also less. As screening effect increases, nuclear attraction decreases, IP decreases, ionization potential decrease. That means screening effect is inversely proportional to ionization potential. Screening effect is inversely proportional to ionization potential. This point is important. Among all, S electron screening power is more, next P, next D, next F. This is the order of screening power. S spherical shape, because of spherical shape, screening power is more. It covers spheres, covers more area. P dumbbell, so screening power is less, double dumbbell, 4-pole dumbbell. S electron screening power is more. Next one, electronic configuration. Atoms having D5P3 like half filled or D10 or P6 completely filled. Atoms having half-filled and completely filled subcells are more stable. Atoms having half-filled or completely filled subcells are more stable, so their IP values are more than expected values. That means any atom having D5 configuration, its IP value is more than expected value. So it is about electronic configuration. Extent of penetration S, P, D, F. Penetrating power is more for S orbitals because of spherical shape. So S orbitals have more penetrating power. So more penetrating power means IP value is also more. Penetration, extent of penetration is directly proportional to IP. It is the order of penetrating power and order of IP values. These 5 are the factors that influencing ionization potential. Next one, periodic trend of ionization energy. That means how it will vary in a group and in a period. Periodic trend, that means in a group. For example, first group lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. You know, top to bottom atomic size increases. From top to bottom atomic size increase means the distance between nucleus and valence electron increases. So, to remove this electron it is easy, because as the size increase, nuclear attraction over valence electron decreases. So that's why as you go down the group, first IP decreases, first ionization enthalpy decreases. Why? As atomic size increases, nuclear attraction decreases, hence ionization potential decreases. This point you have to remember. In a group from top to bottom, size increase, hence nuclear attraction decreases, hence IP value decreases. But in a period, you take one period or second or third period, left to right, almost all elements, same period having same energy level. Second period means second energy level is the last. Third period elements means third energy level. They are having inner electrons number is same inner electrons, that means same shielding effect. But from left to right, atomic number increases, that means nuclear charge increase. As nuclear charge increases, you know, nuclear charge increases, nuclear attraction increases. As nuclear attraction increases, IP value increases. That means in a period from left to right, IP value increase due to increase in nuclear attraction. There are some exceptions. Wherever fully filled and half filled orbitals are there, wherever P3 and P6 orbitals are there some exceptions are there. Now we will see in first period, this is hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen to helium, IP value increases, hydrogen, helium. Left to right, IP value increases. That to helium has 1s2 configuration, noble gas. It has stable configuration. Here electronic configuration also playing important role. So helium has a greater IP than hydrogen. Even both are in same period, same shielding effect, only first energy level, but IP value of helium is greater than hydrogen. Not only greater than hydrogen, entire periodic table. In the entire periodic table, the element with highest ionization energy is helium. The element with highest first IP is helium. Next, atomic number 3, that is lithium. Its configuration is 2,1. It is second period element. More shielding effect will be there. So shielding effect is there, more means IP value, greater nuclear charge. So more shielding effect, its IP value is low. Next, beryllium. You are coming lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, neon. These are the elements of second period. Lithium to beryllium increase. Beryllium to boron decrease. This point is important. Beryllium to boron IP value decrease. Why? Because beryllium configuration is 1s2 2s2. Boron configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p1. This 2p1 is neither fully filled nor half filled, whereas beryllium S2 means it is completely filled. Removing of electron from completely filled orbital. Removing of an electron makes completely filled orbital is difficult. So that's why beryllium IP value is more. This point is important. IP value of beryllium is greater than boron because of completely filled s orbital. Completely filled s orbital in beryllium. Completely filled s orbital in beryllium. Next, boron to carbon increase. Carbon to nitrogen increase. In a period generally increase. In a period left to right IP value increase. But here exception is there because of completely filled S subcell in beryllium. Same type again nitrogen and oxygen. IP of nitrogen is greater than ionization potential of oxygen. Why? Because nitrogen configuration is 2s2 2p3. Oxygen configuration is 2s2 2p4. 2p3 means half filled p subcell is there. 2p4 means it is neither half filled nor completely filled. Between these two, nitrogen is more stable, so its IP value is more. Removing an electron with half filled p subcell, half filled p orbital is difficult. It needs more energy. So that's why IP value of nitrogen is more. IP value of beryllium is also greater than oxygen. These two are exceptions in the second period. In second period elements, these are the elements in second period. Lithium to beryllium increase. Actually expected is like this. Lithium to neon. Expected value is like this. Beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. But in case of nitrogen, in case of beryllium, here some exceptions, extra stable because of completely filled S subcell, because of half filled P subcell. So here two jumps are there. Okay. Next one. Again third period element. Sodium is third period element. Being alkali metal, being large atom, its IP value is less. So these are the IP values of second period elements. Beryllium filled to S subcell, nitrogen half filled to P subcell. Why neon has highest IP value? Completely filled. So these are the highest element with highest IP value in second period is neon. Least IP value is lithium. So you can see here third period least is sodium, highest is argon in third period. Potassium in fourth period least, krypton is highest. So in the IP curve, peaks are occupied by helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. That means noble gases. Noble gases occupies peaks of the ionization potential curves. These bottoms are occupied by the alkali metals. That means in the entire periodic table, alkali metals have low IP values, noble gases have The elements with low IP values are alkali metals. Elements with high IP values are noble gases. Which element has highest IP value in the entire periodic table? Helium. Least IP value is cesium. So you can see IP values here. So highest IP value is helium, least among all that is cesium. Least IP value in entire table. Highest is helium. You can see group, which group has low IP values? Alkali metal, group 1. Group 18 IP values are high IP values. In second period, IP of beryllium is greater than boron. 520 to 900 increase, 900 to here some increase you are expecting less. Nitrogen to oxygen also decrease. Here you seen already this type. This first bottom is boron, second down is oxygen, beryllium, nitrogen, and this is neon. Neon has highest IP value in second period is neon. Highest IP value in third period is argon. Next, based on this, some questions I will give. Why noble gases have high IP values? Next, IP of beryllium is greater than boron. Why? Similarly, IP of magnesium is greater than aluminium. Why? Same reason. Third question, IP of nitrogen is greater than oxygen. Why? Similarly, IP of phosphorus is greater than sulfur. Why? So what is the answer for first one? First question, for first question answer is noble gases have high IP values because they have completely filled S and P subcells, stable octet configuration. They need more energy because of stable octet configuration NS to NP6. They are highly stable, so their IP values are more. Here in this case, this is completely filled S subcell. Beryllium has completely filled S subcell, but boron is neither completely filled nor half filled. So IP of beryllium is greater than boron. It is related to second period. It is related to third period. Same reason. Here nitrogen and phosphorus case, half filled P subcell is there, more stable. So that's why it is more. It has more IP values. Nitrogen IP value is more than oxygen because of half-filled P subcell. Half-filled P subcell. One more question. Why IP2 is greater than IP1? Second IP is greater than IP1. What is the answer? This question also important. Second ionization potential is greater than first ionization potential. Why? After the removal of one electron, unipositive ion is formed. Suppose X gives X plus G plus electron. This is IP1. X plus G gives rise to X plus 2G plus electron. Here energy needed is IP2. In this two, this value is more. IP2 is greater than IP1 because in first case, when compared in first case, second case nuclear charge is more because of more nuclear charge. Because of more nuclear charge, IP2 is greater than IP1. So it is about periodic trend of ionization potentials. You can see here in a group lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Top to bottom IP values decreases. So it is about IP. What are the units of ionization potential? Electron volt per atom, kilocalories per mole or kilojoules per mole. Okay, thank you. In next class, I will explain about